Okay, let's see here. Move my mic. Let's see. Give me just a few moments. Come on, don't be annoying. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just getting everything set up. Yes, I am back. Sorry about how long it's been. Been busy for me. Okay, it's give me 1 second. Let's see. Trying to get some stuff set up. Let's see here. I'm about to start in just a few moments. Oh wait! Oh, I didn't even notice that! Give me just a few seconds. Sorry about this. Legit, new art, new art. Okay, it's gotta update everyone that I'm streaming. Okay, and then I'll get started. Okay, let's load now. It's actually... Why is everything... Okay, let's see. So we're at 5... Oh, that's cool. I didn't even notice that. Okay, so I'm gonna go to 5:34, because that's... Okay. That's so cool. Okay. Here we go again. I slowly rub my forehead with one hand, supporting myself with the other. Lily lies a few feet ahead, doing just the same. Her face obviously pain. Ah, sorry. Your face is kind of close and it acted on reflex. You okay? My head. It seems she's not actually okay. Come to think of it, I doubt that the impact alone is what's causing your head so much pain. Aww. Hangover. You drank a fair bit last night. She silently nods in confirmation as I lever myself up. I offer a hand to her and help her back to her feet. Glancing behind her, I find that Hanako's still fast asleep. It's not fair. I only drank as much as you did. That's very different from what I remember. And anyway, girls have a lower tolerance than men. That doesn't help. Is that true? I don't know. Girls and men. Fine, I'll get you a glass of water. Just be careful not to trip over Hanako. I rub the sleep out of my eyes, or at least some of it, as I walk to the counter. Tending to someone with a hangover isn't exactly the way I like to spend the morning. I just spit everywhere, jeez. It only takes a few seconds for the glass to fill, the clear water reflecting the sliver of light that makes it through the thin curtains. It looks like Lily's taking a seat on the side of the bed. I walk over to her while taking... Ah, that makes more sense. I'm like, I walk over to her while taking care to step over the peacefully sleeping Hanako and place the glass into her outstretched hands. Thank you. No problem. I take a seat next to her, the soft bed having a surprising amount of give. She drinks slowly and methodically. A long silence passes with only Hanako's soft breathing to be heard. With some measure of guilt, I look at Lily's face and attempt to read her expression. Her brow is furrowed, and she seems to be lost in thought. For a moment I hesitate, but eventually place a hand on her shoulder in an attempt to reassure her. I didn't expect her to flinch rather noticeably at that, though. Ah, sorry, I didn't mean to. Lily quickly shakes her head in a manner somewhat more violent than usual for her. Dang, she's hurting. She takes a long breath to steady herself before letting her head sink. I must look terrible right now. Actually, you look gorgeous, so shut up. I moved to protest, but quickly realized that it would be futile to do so. That said, I want her to open up more. If you want to talk about anything, I'm here. Lily gives a self-deprecating snort as if to mock her own emotions. There's just a lot happening right now. I'm sorry for being so strange recently, especially back when we were in town. Even now I'm a bit confused about everything. What's going on? I want to know! Believe me, I know that how that feels. She smiles wistfully, resting a cheek on the backs of her fingers. We're a couple of broken young fools, aren't we? Come on, don't say that. Come graduation, we'll be back out in the real world. The real world. Sometimes I surprise myself with the way I think about things. I guess the strange divorce feeling of Yamaku and the surrounding town compared to the outside world still hasn't become natural. Maybe it never will. It's strange in hindsight. Being isolated from society like this doesn't feel as bad as it probably should. A wry grin on her face, Lily seems to share the same sense of amusement at the idea. Eventually, though, her smile drops. I'll be going back to... Ooh! Ooh, Lily, don't leave! I'll be going back to Scotland for a week or two soon. Is that why we had to reschedule Hanako's birthday party? She gives an affirmative nod. You'll be able to see your family again, at least. You're not looking forward to it? I haven't met my family in 6 years. I don't even know how to act around them anymore. Oh, wait, what? My mouth hangs open and I try to process what she said. Oh, if she's 18, that means she'd have been only 12 when they left. I may have seen very little of my parents, but with them both working large, I feel utterly useless and I struggle to find some way to respond. But why? Why did they leave, or why are they inviting Kira and me back? Both, I suppose. My father's business had its headquarters in Scotland, and an executive position became available for him there. In the end, he had to move permanently. Oh, my mother followed him, but it can't. Poor babies! But Akira and I stayed in Japan for the sake of both Akira's job within the Japanese branch of my father's company and my education. As for the latter, oh no! One of my aunts is gravely sick. I'm sorry. Don't be. It feels strange, really. We're being summoned there for her, yet we barely met before. I can't even remember the sound of her voice. Oh. Equally strange is the total lack of antipathy she feels towards her family for doing such a thing. I can't help feeling slightly humbled. That said, her wistful exterior is just hiding her emotions. Seeing her like this is depressing. Knowing what... Oh, I don't like the music. Knowing what to do, I lift myself off the bed. Lily notices the bed's movements, her head perking up and her hand reaching sideways to feel where I was. Hisao? I like the muffled sounds. I walk over to my bag, still leaning against the wall. Okay, unbuckling the front flap and retrieving the opaque bag from within, I take the small plain box in my hands. Hold your hands out, Lily. She looks surprised for a moment, but eventually I can't pronounce that word now. I'm amused by her look of curiosity when I place the music box into her open palms. Her typically delicate way of handling it makes it seem as if it were fragile enough to break if breathed on. She wordlessly brings it in front of her face, her slender fingers feeling out its contours and patterning. Eventually, her fingers find the recessed line between the lid and body of the box, and her thumbs effortlessly pops open the lid. Oh, this is so cute! I take a seat on the bed next to her, watching her face silently until I'm gonna cry. She sits completely motionless as she listens to the diminutive, tiny melody. Tinny, I don't know. Her mouth is slightly open. Oh, it's over. She's like, enough. It takes a long while before she closes the lid with a small snap, bringing the curtain down on the miniature performance playing in her hands. Hold on. Everything's a struggle. The smile on her face, gentle and wistful, shows that I made the right decision. Think of it as a going away present for your trip to Scotland. Don't feel too bad. I'm gonna feel bad. I will. I realized the shuffling can be heard from the floor in front of us, sound of having woken Hanako. Oh, she's so cute! She climbs out of the blankets I put over her, looking befuddled and wiping the sleep from her eyes. I see you're finally up. What? Hanako looks around the room with her eyes only half open, her mind far from being as awake as her body. Her dazed state makes me and Lily chuckle. As Lily gets off the bed and tends to Hanako, I take one last look around the room. I guess I'd better be going then. There'll be questions if I'm seen leaving the girls' dormitories in the morning. Goodbye, Hisao. Oh, goodbye. I stand and walk to the door, picking up my somewhat lighter bag along the way. After I leave the room and enter the hallway, though, I hear Lily's footsteps behind me. What's wrong? Without a word, she strides up to me. I freeze as I feel her hand slide onto my cheek, seemingly every nerve taking in and feeling her fingers and a palm upon it. Good lord. What's the music? Immediately after, her face slowly moves next to mine, a light momentary touch of her lips brushing against my other cheek. For a moment, everything seems to stand still. I absent-mindedly bring my fingers to my cheek as if to try and recapture that fleeting feeling. Lily. That's my thank you, Hisao. Thank you? For your present. Have a nice day in school. You can't hear the music? What do you mean you can't hear the music? Can you hear anything? It should... Wait. Is the sound not working in cause I don't know what's going on, honestly. What about me? Okay, good, I turned it up. And with that, she disappears behind her door as gently closes it, the muffled voices of her and Hanako audible through as much as it were yesterday night. I think I'd be hard-pressed not to have a nice day after that. I walk away with a certain spring to my step. I think there are some people around that glance at me emerging from the girls' dormitory building, but I find it difficult to care. Yeah, I just got kissed. Oh, snap. Ooh. Hee-chan! Go away. Hee-chan! Leave me alone. Come on, Hee-chan! Let me sleep. After 2 nights of not being able to sleep at all, the last thing I want is to be woken when I finally manage to. Thanks. Thank you. It may be the last period of class with a textbook as my pillow, but I'll take whatever sleep I can get by this point. See, Hee-chan, even Chi-chan wants you to get up. I don't care what Shizune wants. Leave me alone. Jeez, Hee-chan, I'll have to wake. Wait, Misha's going too. You? This is bad. I'm up. You don't have to. I can feel my face flowering into a scarlet red blush. The students still in class are sitting bolt upright and staring at the shouting fool who was sleeping just moments before. Damn it. I let my head smack back down on the table with a noticeable thud. Misa's trademark uncontrolled laughter reverberates throughout the classroom. I turn my mournful eyes to the bespectacled Shizune beside her. She carefully adjusts her glasses, desperately trying to maintain a look of serious disapproval. Narrowing my eyes, I can see the badly hidden grin spreading across her face. It too, Shizune. I don't know how to... Shizune looks away quickly as she crosses her arms tightly, barely on the edge of control. I haven't! It's just a good day, I guess. Misha's laughter doubles in volume as she glances at Shizune. All I can do is drag my hand down into my face in resignation. You too. Who was the one who slept in class, Hee-chan? Yeah, it was me. Portia-chan was having a fit trying to wake you up, weren't you? I move my eyes back to the standoffish Shizune, who with a single huff of confirmation returns to looking away with her crossed arms. Why was Shizune trying to wake me up? Shi-chan wanted to give you the handouts the substitute teacher gave out while Hachan was sleeping. Handouts? I suddenly find 2 sheets of paper thrust down in front of my face. Following the hand holding them, I see the still pouting figure looking down at me with a distinct scowl. I guess I really am in the wrong here. Sorry about that. No dice. Her irritated face still holds. I clasp my hands together and flick my head downwards in apology. Very, very sorry. She huffs and simply drops the paper on the desk. Damn. I look up over my hands, see Suzune and Misha signing frantically to each other, a look of frustration on Suzune's face. It looks to be less of a dialogue and more of a charade. I don't know, I can't pronounce words. I'm really bad at pronouncing words, so don't make fun of me. Punctuated with sidelong glances at me. To say it's unsettling is an understatement. The two suddenly stop standing and look at me in unison, both having exactly the same look of disapproval. In one fluid motion, Misha's hand suddenly extends high above me and comes rocketing down. Before I can even hope to react, my head is sent bouncing up and down like a jack-in-the-box. I quickly bring my hands to my head, more out of reflex than actual pain. Ow! What was that for? I open my eyes, see the two grinning at each other while exchanging an enthusiastic thumbs up. Yeah. Shi-chan says she forgives you now, He-chan. Could you forgive me with a little less force next time? I look at the two with a blank face. Misha and Suzune. One, Hisao, no. Oh, Shi-chan also says that you should check your student mail more often. She produces the white yellow envelope and hands it over with an exuberant grin. Strange. Who could have written me a letter? Now is not the time and most definitely not the place to find out, though. Giving up on the nap so cruelly stolen from me, I rub my forehead and slowly get up, putting the sheets and envelope in my bag first, swinging it over my shoulder. I take a step back and move to depart with a small bow, while Misha clutches her side, laughing and Sine nods back in a curt farewell. That was so funny. I join the flow of students exiting the open door and turn the corner to the hallway. Only end up face to face with Hanako. Whoa. Hey Hanako. Good afternoon, Hisao. Silence falls between us as busily chatting students pass us by. She's fidgeting constantly, her eyes drawn to a rather unremarkable footwear. I take the bridge of my nose and my fingers while I blink my eyes heavily in an attempt to make things seem clearer. I'm barely staying awake as it is. Hanako. Oh, messed up, wrong voice there. Jeez. Hanako, you want to say something. What is it? I wanted to give you this. She holds out a small rectangular piece of paper. I blink again to make out the text through very open eyes, slowly starting to make out what's written. A shopping list? I look upwards, raising an eyebrow. I usually go shopping with Lily, but I can't come, so... You want me to run errands for you? It's okay if you don't want to. I just thought... maybe... She's panicking. I sigh. Yet another battle lost, though this time my weakly fought surrender. I smile tiredly and rest a hand on her head to calm her down. It's fine. I was going to go anyway. Just the stuff on this list? She nods and bows deeply, twice up to make her gratitude perfectly clear. She's so cute. I love her. We were going to meet outside the school gates at 6. Thank you. I was going to get it, but I need to study for the test tomorrow. Test? Oh, that's right. Science. How are you doing with it? She brightens ever so slightly. I've been spending more time on it than before. I think I can do okay. Good work then. She's so cute. She too starts smiling and much more earnestly than I at that. I have full confidence I can do fine without any extra studying, but the fact that she's putting in the effort instead of just reading in the library is heartening. Aww. I'll grab your stuff and take it to your dorm in the evening. See ya. With a small wave, she part ways and she's so freaking cute, and I'm gonna save. Okay. I'll do my homework before meeting Lily. I should be able to take care of it in time. Wrangling with a particularly complicated math problem has caused me to be a little bit late for my meeting with Lily. Only a couple of minutes, but enough to make me step smartly out into the courtyard and to the school gate. I make a right turn and start my way down towards the small town below I can't talk, leaving a few students turning the other way to the bus station. I slip my right hand into my pocket as I walk in the orange sunlight of dusk. Thankfully, the sweltering summer's heat started to die down, making way for a pleasant, cool breeze. Oh, she's so pretty. My heart. While I stretch my hands high above my head, a familiar figure takes form, cane in her right hand. Ah, Lily. She stops and turns around, swiveling her head slightly to try to work out exactly where the voice came from. Hey, it's me. I quickly catch up to her, coming in beside her and matching her slow pace as we resume walking. Good afternoon, Hisao. Hi there. Aw, this is so pretty. I glance up at the sky. A distinct tinge of oranges colors the clouds, washing the footpath in its light. Long shadows from the trees fall across the wide road down the hill. So, Hisao, what brings you here? Just going to town to grab some groceries. Hanako sent me. Hanako sent you? Yeah, said she needed to study for a test tomorrow. I was going to come down anyway, so I'll just buy her stuff as well. Unspoken is that Lily really could use help to get some food, but it's an obvious fact that neither of us need to stay. It's good to hear she's studying for it. I thought the same thing when she asked me to come with you. We continue walking down the street, the familiar sound of her cane echoing through the air as we go. Except for the occasional passing car and the leaves whispering in the branches, there's a blissful silence. Thank God I could finally relax for the first time today. Oh, baby. I glance over at Lily. The porcelain face of hers never seems to lack that air of relaxed confidence. I guess the same could be said of her personality, too. As she silently walks, her face remaining pointed to the street ahead of her, I look ahead and savor the cool air blowing over my face. This is probably the calmest moment I've had since the about face my life took so recently. To have it, indeed, and I think Lily's sister is really hot. To have it while walking to get some groceries, what a weird life. I feel the crumpled up note rode against my hand in my pocket and pull it out to check its contents. Let's see here. Eggs, bread, cereal, thyme, lettuce, shaved ham. That sounds like quite a bit to carry back along on your own. Yeah, just how much does this girl eat anyway? My mind suddenly clicks that yes, there's actually a person behind me. Wait, I mean... She laughs wholeheartedly. My, Hisao. Her giggles punctuate her words, although she's making little effort to suppress them. Quite direct today, aren't we? Yeah, you got me there. Still, it is quite a bit. Usually I go shopping with Hanako, so I know what she buys. It's the same thing every week. Huh, she a good cook? She gives a nervous giggle. It's usually me who ends up cooking. I used to do this for Akira, so it's no problem doing it for Hanako as well. You can cook, but... A short hum with amused emanates from beside me. I wonder if the fact that she seems to be amused by my comment so often is actually genuine, or rather just from a want to make me more comfortable in addressing her blindness. There are ways around it. Some meals are more difficult to cook than others because of being able to see what I'm doing, but it usually only takes a little more time. Fingers can double very useful measurement tools, for example, It makes sense, but she'd have to be pretty careful not to hurt herself. I wonder how many times it's happened, given that it sounds like she's cooked alone for possibly years while Akira worked and her parents were gone. With that, the conversation trails off. Compared to the awkward silences of Hanako, Lilia seems generally content to say what she thinks and stay quiet when there's nothing to say. The slick road underneath my feet is bathed in an orange glow. The occasional fallen leaf crunching underfoot as we walk. I let out a deep yawn, my lack of sleep coming to haunt me. Did you not get much sleep last night? I couldn't sleep at all for the last 2 nights. Probably insomnia. Lily's face suddenly becomes worried. It feels like a personal failure every time she gets worried about my well-being. Even if it's generally... You're like... You have insomnia? Aren't you going to see the nurse about it? Nah, no real need. It's happened before a few times. My meds screw with my sleeping occasionally. I'm sorry. Come on, it's not your fault. At least I shouldn't have any trouble getting to sleep tonight. You do worry me sometimes. I worry you? I reach around and scratch the back of my neck. I kind of want to address this. Hey, Lily. I don't mean to sound weird, but please try to forget about my heart condition. She looks kind of lost. I hardly blame her. I guess what I'm trying to get at is, don't treat me differently because of it. She bows her head slightly, her white cheeks reddening almost imperceptibly. It's only natural to worry about those around you. Well, it's still nice to know there's someone like that out there. It may be somewhat embarrassing to say, but it's the truth. Lily takes a breath to regain her composure and manages a gentle smile, though her cheeks remain flushed. The final downhill walk to the store passes in silence. Welcome! I suppose I'll get my stuff first and Hanako's on the second round. I grab 2 well-worn red baskets from the stack beside the entrance and pass one to Lily. Just as she did before, she lays it on the ground and slides her retracted cane in between the baskets handles before picking it up with her right hand. When she takes a hold of my arm and her own, I'm surprised at just how fast this kind of casual contact became so natural. Mostly due to necessity, no doubt. Shall we? Sure. While we navigate around the store, the odd person occasionally passing us pays no heed at all. It's nice compared to the stares and whispers around the city. As we reach each aisle, I quickly check with Lily what she needs and grab it along with what I want, putting our items into their respective baskets. It's an odd feeling to be dependent on so much for something so basic as shopping. Hanako would be practically a necessity for her to pick out what she wants after all. Right, I'm pretty much done with both my stuff and Hanako's. You need anything else, Lily? No, this should be everything. Off we go then. Oddly, there's a queue a mile long. Considering the store's only large enough to warrant one counter, seems like it'll take a while. Excuse me. Damn. Lily gives an inquisitive look, unable to see the reason for my complaint. The queue is really long. Looks like we'll have to wait. How strange. Sharing the same unit of resignation, we reluctantly take our place at the end of the line. One person finishes, the line moves up. Another person finishes, the line moves up. By the time we finally reach the head of the line, I'm so close to dozing off that Lily has to gently pat me on the back for me to move up. Hisao. Ah, sorry. She gives a short sigh of consternation as I move up, gritting the groceries for Hanako and me put in separate bags. Thank you. Please come again. By the time we emerge from the store, Lily is holding a single bag while I struggle to carry both hands well and truly full. It's a lot of work, but thankfully the items in them are light. Even without looking skyward, it's obvious that a surprising amount of time has passed, the road outside being dark and lit by street lamps. Once Lily retrieves her cane, we set out back to the dormitories the way we came, leaving the welcoming, warm glow of the store. Despite the road being empty of cars, the full bags abundantly make up for the lack of noise, constantly clunking and squeaking together. My, Hisao, it's good to find that you're eating well. I'm a growing guy, after all. I need to eat all I can. It must be nice, being a man. Well, what? What? Seemingly not noticing or ignoring my surprise at the completely out of left field comment, she continues on without missing a beat. Weight doesn't really bother you when eating most of the time. I get what you mean. Women tend to worry about stuff like that more than we do, I guess. Exactly. It makes me somewhat envious, to be honest. Well, it's not like we can outright ignore it. With an affirmative nod, we continue on our walk. Huh, that's right. What is it? Hanako mentioned your birthday was earlier this year. Do anything special for it? She gives a long pause, lost in thought for a few seconds as she recalls the event. Not really. It was just Hanako and me having a little party during the night after school. Your birthday is supposed to be a big event, you know. Sounds like a pretty lonely way to spend a birthday. Just heard Hanako staying overnight. Birthdays always felt like a family occasion for me. There were a time when, in spite of their full-time jobs, both my parents would make an effort to be there for the day or at least for the party beforehand. It reminds me of how Lily mentioned she hadn't seen her family in such a long time, and even ended up moving away from Akira's house afterwards. Poor Lily! But I guess it's the same in situations as mundane as these. Considering her inability to read the packaging, just getting groceries would be a pain without somebody else around. In the end, she just has Hanako and me and Akira when she's off from work. But be that as it may, she still seems to have many more distant friends among the students, not to mention people like Yuko. That's so... not because... Ugh, you're funny. It seems to be her own choice that there's such a separation between those who are close to her and those who she only socializes with. It humbles me a little to see how much Lily seems to have her life set up and going just as she wants. Yet Hanako is there for her to celebrate her birthday, and I'm here helping her with shopping. It's a weird kind of symbiosis, I suppose. Are you alright, Hasao? Sorry? You just seem to go very quiet, that's all. Sorry. I was just thinking. Oh? No, I piqued her curiosity. It feels kind of overly personal to talk about it, though. I feel like I should tell the truth. It was kind of... I was thinking about how you seem to have everything so sorted out, even when Hanako rely on you. I can admit that I kind of relied on you when I first transferred in. I think it's a good quality to have. I turned to Lily surveying reaction. Oh shit, did I fuck up? She's forcing herself to look forward and furrowing her brow quite a bit. Her face looks a bit awkward as she's trying to find just the right words. Lily? I would thank you. Oh, I messed up, didn't I? I would thank you, but assuming that I don't rely on the presence of others is too much. You'd be wrong to think that Hanako simply depends on me with nothing in return. She seems to have a bit of trouble saying it, even though it's largely what I thought already. If she's tried so hard to maintain her independence as anyone would have to be in her position, sired or not, maybe she finds it hard to talk about her own needs. It's only now that I realize that I'm omniscient in what she says, though. I decide to follow it up largely in jest to avoid things getting too personal. Oh, and what about me? What? She suddenly runs ahead of me and turns, blocking me off. With a smile, she holds her hands behind her as she leans forward. You're different. And with that, she turns back and continues to walk ahead of me, a newfound spring in her step. Oh my god, you're so cute. All I can do is raise an eyebrow and give a dazed grin. I don't think I've ever seen her this playful and teasing side of her before. So, I'm different. It's hard to work out the exact context, but knowing her, this ambiguity was intended. Our relationship has been changing at the very least, simply because I've begun to stand on my own feet more and started getting more curious about the situation of those around me. As to why, probably a mix of personal curiosity, and I want to try and work out how to deal with my situation. I'm less sure of Lily though. That's why her own statement, so similar to my own feelings towards her, throws me off so much. Watching her make her way up the street, cane tapping from left to right, I decide to settle the matter later and just smile. This is a nice side to her and I don't want to forget it. That was so cute, I thought I messed up. Eventually we get to the girls' dormitories, both my arms aching from the weight of the 2 sets of groceries. We're finally here! Phew! I bend down to wipe my forehead with the back of my hand. Lily stops in front of her door and sets down her bag, fishing around in her pocket for the key. Thank you, Hasao. I really appreciate your help. This is nothing. It might be nothing to you, but it's definitely something for me. I'll be crying. I was afraid I upset her. I know. And with that, she stepped through her door, closing it behind her. I think those were nothing but honest thanks, but I can't help feeling something different about them. Anyway, I have something else to do before I can mull on that at my leisure. I was afraid I upset her, but you're right, I have to be honest, you know. I turned back to the door to Hanako's room and proceeded to knock twice in a quick succession, the bag still in my hand rustling together. I was thinking he's so cute. After a couple of seconds, the door slowly opens. If one weren't looking closely, they could be forgiven for thinking it hadn't moved at all. I twist my head to the side and peer through the tiny sliver of gap between the door and the doorframe. Hey, Hanako, got your stuff. Oh, baby! With that, she opens the door completely, making her plain and invisible over her shoulder. Sparsely decorated, it's probably even more unremarkable than my room. I hold out my right arm, both bags almost pulling it straight back down with their weight. Thank you, Sal. I'm sorry to make you carry them all this way. She's talking a lot more. She's so cute. It's fine. Don't worry. Just don't make me do it every day, okay? I passed it back to her as I give a lighthearted chuckle. After the initial transfer of weight, she managed to take them easily. I'll be off then. Night, Hanako. Good night. See you in class tomorrow. With a deep bow, her groceries still held in both hands, she steps back and shuts the door. Making my way back to my own dorm, I put one bag into my other hand to balance them out. Even as I do so, I can't get Lily's lighthearted smile out of my mind. When I'd first met her, it would have been nearly impossible to imagine her like that. Indeed, it feels like we've become closer in the past few weeks since I first got to know her, both her and Hanako. The time I spend with her each day, the small exchanges of happiness we share, the small moments of joy as I get closer to her. Oh, 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 oh. I'm far from certain, but I don't think these are just the normal feelings of friendship. I think I'm in love with her. Once I return to my room, I store away my groceries and begin getting ready for the night. I swap the school books in my bag for those I'll need tomorrow, pulling out the yellow envelope Misha gave me earlier in the process. I got so sidetracked by one thing after another that I couldn't deal with it earlier. Who could have written me, I wonder? I'm scared. The letter? I'm scared. The name neatly adorning the back of the envelope freezes me in my tracks. It's been so long since I've seen her writing, there's little chance I could have identified it as otherwise. It would not go. Why? Why should she have written me? I can't think of any good reason for her to do this. I'd almost don't open the letter, but there'd be little point to that. If I just left it alone, its mere existence would not mean until I did something about it. I looked out at the music. I looked out at the piece of paper on my desk. It's bright summer decoration beaming happily at me. I'm so scared. I don't like the music. The lettering is in pink, drying badly with the yellow sunflower border on the card. The handwriting is neat. The characters have been written thoughtfully with an unusual amount of care. I barely given the letter a second thought when it was given to me, but now I can't get its contents out of my mind. Well, I'd like to say that I don't know why she used such an old-fashioned method of communication, considering a phone call and email would be both much faster and easier. The answer feels obvious enough getting the content. A letter leaves a comfortable distance between the sender and the recipient. Unlike a phone, it isn't required that you engage in conversation. Unlike email, there is a less expectation of an immediate reply. Students such as the third year seem to be very anxious about the final exams, and it's so weird to think we're already seniors, isn't it? Artist small talk. Small talk that could have been achieved by simply replying to any of the messages I sent her while in the hospital. I'm so scared. The ending, though, is the true reason she sent this. The last couple of lines added almost as an afterthought. I wonder if we'll meet again. Perhaps it's for the best if we don't. It's a statement that should hurt. I've always heard breakups are nasty stuff, but it feels like this is simply a reaffirmation that we both already knew and said. It's the small preceding text, no more than small talk, that makes me feel most uneasy. I can't figure out why, no matter how long I sit there and look down at this bright and shimmering piece of paper. If you would like to correspond with me, by all means, write me back. This is weird. It's plainly obvious that this is not the type of letter to be replied to. In the end, this letter is no more than a simple abdication of responsibility, a final statement to assure yourself that our relationship is over. You have Lily though, and Lily's cute. As such, I find I have little problem scrunching the letter and envelope into a ball and tossing it into the waste bin and ridding myself of its existence. I go to bed with mixed feelings, cheated out of a pleasant evening by this intruder from the past. Ironically, it takes a while before I manage to sleep. That was sad. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I sweat profusely, awaiting the dreaded moment. What's going on? Each tick of the clock tenses my muscles that much more, every minute making hair stand on end. It's coming from me, I can feel it. Oh! Death in the form. Oh, the test. I'm so scared. It's great. Oh, I take the small pile of papers from the student in front of me and pass it backwards after plucking up the top piece. Oh, his test. Oh no! Looking to the top right of the page, I find my fears realized with that small red circle. 43. Oh, I hang my head and sigh in resignation. Cursing under my breath, I can feel the aura of a similar sentiment rising from the entire class. It's strange, but the fact lifts my mood by a minuscule amount. Misery loves company, I suppose. As the teacher opens her mouth, the room braces for the inevitable onslaught, only to be saved at the last minute. We quickly move to collect our bags and leave for lunch post-haste, but the teacher delivers a parting broadside. We'll be discussing the test scores next lesson. Needless to say, there will be quite some discussion to be had. A collective groan resounds from the class, now reduced to shuffling out dejectedly. I push the sheet into my bag as I walk along the hallway, crumpling it in the process. It's enough that a troublesome letter ended up my desk yesterday, and now this. I hate English. Hisao! A stern female voice gruffly calls out from behind me. I freeze on the spot, my voice becoming like stone. That's the vacuum through my brain, disconnected from my body. My eyes slowly shift right, trying to catch a glimpse of the disembodied voice. Nothing? My face begins to slip as time passes. I decide to risk turning my head ever so slightly. I twist to the yeah! I jump into the air and drop my bag, yelling out in surprise. As I recover and regain my posture, I turn to see. I should have known. Emmy. Oh, she's so cute. I love her too. Gotcha, Hisao! She stands there with a mischievous grin on her face, hands forward and fingers pointed inwards. She was the one to jab my ribs with her fingers. I looked down at her with a grimace, rubbing my hair in frustration. That's no way to greet someone, you know. You have no sense of humor. I left my sense of humor in my English class, complaining to the teacher if he wanted to give it back to me. She pulls her best puppy dog eyes on me as she pouts. Lily's managed to build up my resistance to the tactic, but Emily's short stature adds enough to the effect to me relent. So, how are things? I haven't seen you around for a while. Same old, same old. I run so fast, nobody wants to join me on my morning runs. It's a real pain. Her modesty never fails to amuse me. Although, you know what I'm thinking, don't you, Hisao? Wearing my emotions on my sleeve is one of my worst habits. She's seen right through me. Fortunately, I see somebody else approaching us, so I'll give me an out. Oh, hi, Hanako. I give her a welcoming wave and try my best to look like I haven't noticed Emily's pouting face. She gives a small wave back. Hello, Hisao. Emmy. Hey, Hanako. I'll join you and Lily in a sec. Actually, speaking of lunchtime companies, I'd see you without Rin, Emmy. Ah! Rin! Without a second word, she forgets all about us and bolts off up the hallway. She must have forgotten she was waiting for her. Hanako and I stand speechless, only able to helplessly stand and watch this ball of seemingly boundless energy dash off. Oh yeah, Hisao! She suddenly stops herself just before vanishing around the corner to the rooftop staircase, spinning around to meet our bemused faces. I hate English too! And with that, she disappears. All I can do is hang my head and give a long sigh, thoroughly left in the dust. As I hear a short giggle coming from behind me, I turn to see Hanako smiling at the corner my attacker rounded. I pick up my drop bag from the floor and quickly dust it off. Afternoon. Been busy? You don't like English? Oh, nah. I had a test on it a while back and Emma caught me brooding about the results. Huh. Sorry. She averts her gaze, guilt written on her face. A casual observer would think she just actually reminded me of a dead relative. Come on, it's not your fault. How are you doing in it? She looks up, still avoids meeting my eyes. Alright, I suppose. An awkward silence passes. They seem all too common around Hanako. Lily asked if you'd like to join us for lunch on the roof. I guess I don't exactly have any pressing engagements to attend to. Sure, I'll be right up. I'll go get my lunch from the cafeteria now, then. Go on, you don't need my approval to leave, you know. Okay, I'll be going then. She gives a skittish reply, a small nod, and quickly makes up towards the cafeteria. I guess she must have forgotten to bring lunch today. As I walk through the hallways, more and more students start to come out of classes and pass me, going in the same direction as Hanako went. By the time I manage to make it to the stairs, I'm having to push my way past a busily chatting throng of students. I finally manage to get past the last of the crowd and around the staircase, slumping slightly in relief and slowing my pace before I open the door to the roof. Ah, damn! I momentarily avert my eyes, all but blinded by the harsh summer sun. As I slowly regain my vision, the surroundings finally take form. Lily, Emmy, and Rin sit together on the rooftop, the top of the hilltop forest around Yamaku, visible past the fence around them, as to frame the view. Ah, Hisao! Lily and Rin give a quick nod of acknowledgement and deep nod of greeting respectively. I start walking towards the rather mismatched trio and can't help marveling at the speed with which Emmy devours us for hat, Ethan, and Banana. Hey, strange to see you three together like this. It seems to happen quite the day of coincidence. Oh my god, I cannot talk. It seems to happen quite the day of coincidences. Emmy and Rin decide to eat on the roof just as Hanako and I decide to. You stole it! The spot was ours! Simmer down, you can't steal a place in the school. I plonk myself down beside Lily, the four of us creating a semicircle. I think she is right. You too? The butterfly is her accomplice. As I glance around, sure enough, a small yellow butterfly floats across my field of vision. So, tell me, how does this butterfly help Lily steal the spot? I scouted out our conversation and told her. I should have known better than to expect sound reasoning from Rin. Regardless, I guess it wouldn't hurt to play along. You're telling me she can talk to butterflies? There are people who can talk to horses, called horse whisperers. Lily must be a butterfly whisperer. I bury my head in my hands as Emmy rounds on her strange companion. She doesn't seem to share Rin's sense of humor. Whisperers don't work like that. Emmy and Rin continue their banter as I turn to Lily, who's busily finishing off her small box of curry and rice. So, what brought you up here anyway? A little fresh air every now and again doesn't hurt. Ah! Emmy breaks out from her vain attempts to introduce the concept of logic to Rin. That was why we came up here too! Something tells me it was her idea alone and that Rin only got dragged up here on Emmy's whim. Then again, the same could probably be said of Lily and Hanako. No, we can share. The creaking of the door to the roof can be heard as soon as she says the words. A moment of silence falls over us, everyone's attention focused on the figure appearing from it. Hanako slowly walks over to us, her eyes pinned to the ground, silently ruining the attention she's attracting. She tenses just barely when her eyes meet Rin's. I can't help raising an eyebrow as she walks over to us and sits next to me, doing her utmost to avoid looking up even as she brings the cafeteria bread to her mouth. So how do you and Emmy know each other anyways? Emmy's somewhat well known around the school for athletic ability. She's the fastest member of the track and field club by some margin, even beating Miki Miura at the track meet last week. Miki Miura. Miura. Ah, that tanned girl from the front of my class. Considering her height and tone batting, being able to beat her is quite an accomplishment. Looking over to Emmy, it's very clear she's well aware of this fact as she beams proudly. So, Hisao, what was your score in English? Ouch. No comment. Boo! She puffs her cheeks and pouts, but it doesn't take long for her to bounce back. Alright, if I tell you mine, you'll have to tell me yours, deal? Fine. Okay, on the count of 3, both say our results. 1, 2, 3. 32. I beat a mischievous grin. Ah! Evil! You said it, not me. Still, the fact that you managed an even lower score than me is kind of amazing. Grrr. She looks and sounds like a small terrier growling at an intruder. I can't say it's the most threatening sight I've seen. Either way, scoring higher than 32 isn't something to boast about, much less scoring below it, for any subject. Yes, Lily. Sorry, Lily. I could help with your English if you'd like. It would be my pleasure to. No, that's fine, but I appreciate the thought, really. Lily looks slightly defeated, her hopes of imparting her knowledge dashed. Judging from the badly hidden laughter of the rest of us, neither she nor Emily seem to have garnered too much pity. Oh! As I sit happily laughing, though, I feel my voice suddenly cut off, my chest clenching. I sit in silence for a few seconds, all my concentration forced onto my heartbeat. It's only a small pain, but the ache feels like it's growing. Breathe deeply. Breathe deeply. I glance upward to try and keep at least some of my attention on my surroundings. To see Emily suddenly freezes when she notices the expression of pain on my face out of the corner of her eye. Hey, Hisao, are you okay? Yeah, I don't want to die. No. No, really. Rick, did I really? Are you serious? I tried to like... Wait. No, wait, shut up. I take this... I was so scared. I take some time, but the pain thankfully begins to fade. Okay, good. I was like, God, no. I was so scared. When I look back up, there's only silence and pensive faces to be seen. I guess I'd better explain myself. Arrhythmia, I'm fine. It's just a heart flutter. Are you sure? Should we get the nurse? Taking her cue, Hanako quickly picks herself up and begins to dash to the door. Hanako, stop! Lily, I'm fine. You look like a you look like a wet, wrinkled tomato. Huh? As I bring my hand to my forehead, I can feel the beads of sweat gathered on it and dab them off my cuff. Thanks. I told you I'm fine. I'm just kind of fragile, I guess. The entire atmosphere has changed from one of the gaiety to downcast faces. The situation being too awkward for anyone to know exactly how to react. And of course, the whole thing is thanks to me. It's had to happen now around others. Oh, Emmy? She looks up a box of juice halfway to her mouth. I haven't told you my score yet, have I? I know, how dare you? Yeah, well, you're half foreign, so your score doesn't count anyway. Lifting an eyebrow, I inquisitively turned to Lily. What was your test result anyway? She gave the cheeky grin. 100% perfect score. Nice. No way. All I can do is hang my mouth open and wonder. Considering those tests are insane even for some native speakers, I can only imagine she's gone and done something like committing to mind part of the dictionary. A gift from rote memorization, I get, maybe. That's... See? Only someone part 4 can do a score that good. See? Lily and I grin at Emmy's expense, her reaction identical to mine when I first tripped on that little landmine. Lily's foreign ancestry does raise a point, though. Ah, that's right. You leave tomorrow for Scotland, don't you? That's correct. Emmy heard some rumors about it. It seems spreading quickly, considering I only told a friend in my class a couple of days ago. It must be so nice to go halfway around the world on a holiday. Hey, could you buy me something while you're there? Don't be too shy now. Lily gives a lighthearted giggle, evidently fully expecting Emmy's bluntness. The rest of the lunch continues much the same as before, the jauntiness from my heart flutter thankfully returning in full. As everyone flies off with their appropriate farewells, only Lily and I are left. Hey, Lily. She packs the last of her things into her bag and clips it shut before perking her head up slightly. Thanks for breaking the silence back there. I kind of wanted to stop it, but didn't really know how to. As much as I like to sound less morose about it, the letter from yesterday screwing up a test so badly in class, and now my heart makes things very hard indeed. She gives an indulgent smile and nods. I hope she hasn't picked up on it, but knowing her, it's unlikely that she hasn't. Emmy's strong, but only human. We do worry about you, Hisao. Hold on, why would I worry about you? Her smiling face clasp is becoming uncomfortably serious. Hisao, we are not ignorant of your situation. Unlike... She suddenly cuts off short, unsure of whether she should say what she intends to do. I give a weak smile and rest my hand on her shoulder. Don't. It's enough that I worry about it. I don't want you all to shoulder my burden. But if you all worry about it, I have to worry about your worrying. If that makes sense. I'm fine, okay? For a moment, she looks to be lost in thought, carefully pondering how to react. Hisao, do you have any paper left from your food's packaging? I think so? I'll just check. I rummage around in my bag for the leftovers from lunch, eventually finding a paper square from my sandwich's package. What's gonna go on? My eyebrow raised, and my expression rather quizzical. I gently place the square into Lily's hand. Without another word, she brings her fingers around to feel its edges. What? This should be large enough. Wait, what's going on? Wait, what? What's going on? Wrapped in silence, I watch her fingers move on about the small square with amazing dexterity. A small fold here, a larger fold there. Her fingertips keep a slow but sure pace. What's going on? Looking up, her expression is calm and placid. The fact her face is pointed well above the sheet in front of her makes the sight of her work all the more curious. Her shoulders slump a bit after finishing one final fold, her work apparently done. It's only when she holds the item up her hands that I realize what it is. A small origami crane. Light brown thanks to the packaging used, but the result looks quite delicate and precise. You can do origami? I taught myself how to do it when I was younger. It improved my dexterity a bit. Huh. A little baffled, I carefully take the small bird from her pale cupped hands as if it would break from the slightest breath. It seems to be folded quite well and holds its shape easily. We both grab our bags and head out the door, Lily extending her cane as she does so. I hold Lily's handiwork out to my face for farther inspection while I walk down the hallway, her hand running along the silver handrails for orientation. The music's so pretty! If she taught herself origami to improve her dexterity with the use of her hands meaning so much to her given her condition, so that's it. I smile as I realize the bird's meaning. Everyone here has to find their own ways of dealing with their conditions. You aren't alone here when you have problems. Oh, thanks, Lily. I appreciate this. She gives a sweet smile and nod, not using words where none needed to be used in her typical manner. All I ask you to take care of yourself, Hisao. Don't worry, I will. Promise? Promise. And with that, we part ways. To be honest, I don't know what annoys me more. The fact that I can die at any moment or the fact that everyone knows that. I guess I'll just take each day as it comes, as the unexpected present in my hand reminds me I'm not alone here. Even though I may be like this, I'm not alone. If they worry, if anyone worries, I'll smile. I'll smile enough for all the worries to go away. I'm gonna cry! Oh my god! Oh! That was fantastic. I need a... Guys, I'm sorry, but it's almost time for me to go to sleep. I need to end it here. I will return next Thursday, I promise. I will try to get back to our normal streaming schedule, but oh my god. Can I just say that was beautiful? Oh my god. I am just leaving to cry. Oh my god. That was fantastic. That was beautiful. Okay, I'm actually really glad I picked up this game, Roman Viking. This game is amazing. I'm loving it so much. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. See you guys. I'll try to return Sunday with an Alice Mare stream, Tuesday with an art stream, and next Thursday with this again. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye now.